What is up, disc golfers? Today on Iceberg TV, we are thrilled to bring you our review of the Reptilian disc golf Gila. So the Gila, I'm actually super pumped about. This one, if it doesn't make my bag, it's gonna make his bag. So I really enjoy this disc. It flies very similar to a new Buzzz. It's got a little bit more aggressive of a profile than a Buzzz. It's not quite as flat as a Buzzz OS, but it's pretty flat, but it's extremely concave under here. And the flight numbers are gonna be 5403. So you would think that this is just gonna be an overstable meat hook, but that definitely is not the case. It has a little bit more utility and a little bit more versatility than that. For me, this disc actually hyzer flips just a little bit, but holds very true to the 3 fade. It's really consistent in its fade, but I think it does have a -1 turn, and at least it does for me, especially if I throw it flat, like it's gonna fade to the right a little bit and then come back. And then if I throw it with a little bit more torquey throw, like a forehand, it's really gonna hold that most of the way and then just really take its time panning out and coming out just at the end. So when I first, read into it, looked at the flight numbers, compared it to my other discs, I thought this was gonna be super overstable and it was gonna be similar to my Quake or Buzzz OS, but it's actually a lot more similar to my Buzzes. So if you are a rock thrower or a Buzzz thrower, this is definitely a pro level mid-range, and I think a lot of people don't give Reptilian disc golf a fair shot because they make the Stego. The Stego is a big time meme disc, and a lot of people just don't want to throw their other plastic because everyone knows the Stegos. Like it's got usefulness to it, but it's kind of a joke as well. And people bag the Stego just to be funny, and it's a funny disc. But the Gila is actually not as funny of a disc, and this is a legit mid-range that like pros would enjoy throwing this disc, and I know I enjoy throwing this disc, and it's definitely on the shelf as one of my backup Buzzes. So I'm super pumped to actually give this a throw and test it out a lot more. We've been throwing it for about a month now, and I really find that I'm enjoying this disc. And we're gonna hand you over MA50, Ice Dad. He had a little bit different experience with this disc than I did. So we're gonna hand you over to him and let you know what he thinks about it.
Not much different. We're gonna end up fighting over this disc at some point. This is definitely the best disc that we've tested. And what's weird is just the aggressive rim profile on this disc. You would think this thing would just be an overstable meat hook, but man, it's controllable. It feels good in the hand. I mean, the plastic is this is one of the nicest discs I've ever thrown. Like, I love it. I love the artwork. The artwork is super cool, and it just feels good in your hand. It flies good. It's reliable. It has just the right amount of stability. So you can trust this thing in a headwind. You can throw it a tailwind. You can throw it forehand. You can throw it backhand. Yeah, we're gonna have to fight over this Gila. I love it.
Yep, so we're a big fan of the Gila. I really like it. He really likes it. They actually knocked it out of the park, and this is probably one of the most underrated mid-ranges in disc golf right now. I'd like to see more players actually throwing the Gila because I find it to be really underrated. If you want to check out merch or become a patron, the links are in the description below. Thank you for watching. This is Iceberg TV, and take care.